Hello everyone, I'm Richard Hart. I'm here today with
Alexander Borodich, founder of Universa, the fastest blockchain in the world.
Nice. So when you say you're the fastest blockchain in the world, does that mean you can do the most transactions per second?
Exactly. While the Visa can produce like a 24,000 transactions per second, we can deliver 25,000 transactions per second. Compare this to like hundreds of transactions per second in Ethereum. And just several transactions per second in Bitcoin.
So how do you do that?
Way larger. We eliminate the cryptocurrency from the equation just to create the proper DLT to be able to conduct those transactions for the banks, financial institutions, large corporations, so for the real business, to tokenize the assets.
Okay. So it's faster because it's centralized?
It's faster because it's decentralized. But there is no mining.
Okay.
We don't have mining.
Right.
We use consensus mechanism to sign each and every transaction and vote for that.
Right.
But we don't have. We should not, calculate the hash for the coin. There is no coin inside.
So
we just sign.
Right.
We just sign each and every transaction.
How do you prevent double spending?
Double spending of what?
Well, you give me a token.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
And then I make a copy of the key, and I give it to my girlfriend on the other side of the planet.
Exactly.
And we both spend them at the same time.
So then the consensus mechanism, those who would be first will produce the transaction. And the second time it would be recorded, so it would be easy to see that it has been done. So in that case, it simply will decline. The network will decline the transaction.
I'm very weary of, so when you make a claim to be the fastest of a thing, an outrageous statement has to be accompanied with outrageous evidence. So I would have to really dig in technically, and it's not something you can do in a simple interview. So I'll log that. I would be surprised if you could maintain high throughput and trustlessness and decentralization at the same time. No one else has been able to do it before. So if you're the first, it's a computer science breakthrough, and congratulations. But statistically, it's probably unlikely. Other people that have made that claim, when you examine it, such as like Hedera Hashgraph, it turns out that for the part that does high TPS, it doesn't have finality, and it doesn't have the same guarantees of security that mined cryptocurrency has. But whatever, we'll skip the next part. I think the more exciting part of your thing is the national currency part.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we're not starved for throughput. We've got a lot of empty blockchains out there, so we don't actually need more throughput. What we need is adoption. So tell me about Tunisia.
Exactly, we do need adoption.
Yeah.
And from my perception, we need an adoption from the number of transactions first of all.
Okay.
So if you'd like to have a lot of transactions, so we decided to move to the digitizing national currencies to get all the pool of the transactions inside of the country.
Right.
So we were able to launch, Tunisia launched, using our technology, the national digital currency, e-dinar.
Right.
And e-dinar is
so
actually backed by dinar.
Okay.
And yesterday it has been launched.
Okay.
And currently you can use the same crypto mechanism to move the dinars, crypto dinars, among the partners. And each and every crypto dinar is backed by the real dinar.
So how do you make money? How does someone make money on your project? See, a normal cryptocurrency, someone buys it, they hope the price goes up, and then they sell it for higher.
No, unfortunately in this case, when it's national currency, you cannot get the profit from the volatility.
So there's no speculating.
It's just the nature of payment. Yeah, you can use it for payment.
Is it similar to other stablecoins like Tether? Or?
It is stable coin. It is definitely stable coin.
Right.
But it's a national stable coin.
Okay.
So it's replacing the cash in the country.
Right.
From paper cash to digital cash.
So is the administrator of that system the treasury of the state of Tunisia?
Yes, of course.
Cool. Well, I heard the Marshall Islands was doing something with cryptocurrency, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah. It's a national currency, CBDCs. Actually, CBDC means the central bank digital currency.
Okay.
And next year we will see a lot of central banks who issued CBDC.
Like China.
Like China, like Turkey, like others. So
like
we are
Facebook, lol.
Yeah. We are one of those several providers in the world who are providing the CBDC in a box.
Gotcha.
So you can just use it.
Sounds pretty neat.
Sounds quite neat.
This is So I come from the crypto background, and for me, from my perspective, I care about maximum return on investment is what I care about.
Sure.
But if you're a nation state, if you're government, you care about transactional efficiency. And since it's already centralized anyway, you can print as many dinars as you want anyway.
Yeah,
Well, you already trust them to not print that many, so you probably can trust them to run the database as well. So it seems like a good idea.
No, you will have decentralized mechanism to have the consensus to prevent the fraudulent transaction, to prevent the double spending, etc., etc. But you will centralize the emission.
So what's your background? What do you?
I was the venture investor myself. I have invested into 106 startups.
Nice, it's a lot.
Mostly in Silicon Valley,
Right.
as you may expect it. I have 5 unicorns in my portfolio.
Wow, cool.
Several centaurs who will become unicorns.
Centaurs.
Centaurs.
Nice.
I mean, above 100 mils of valuation.
Wow, I never even heard the term. That's cool.
No.
Yeah.
They would like to be unicorns. They will be unicorns quite
All right,
soon.
all right.
So I have 5 unicorns.
Nice.
So I mean,
That's great.
quite good.
Yeah.
I have 12 exits, so I've got my
Right.
cash back.
That's great.
Yeah.
And mostly, so if someone wanted to see your entries or exits, you on Angel List or?
Yes, of course, you may
Okay.
contact me on Angel List,
Okay.
of course, there.
Right.
And I turned to the blockchain several years ago, but when we realized that Coinbase is actually jumping through the roof
Yeah.
as a startup, as a venture
Right.
startup,
Right.
valuation, I mean,
Yeah.
grew as a hell.
Yeah.
So we decided to get deeper to the technology, found
Right.
out that everybody does cryptocurrency,
Right.
but nobody would like to do something for the central banks, for the governments.
Which is they have all the users. So
Yeah,
I mean, if you
the
want,
adoption is there.
right? If you want a couple billion users, the central banks are the way to go.
If you can convince India
Yeah.
to use your crypto
Yeah.
rupee,
Right.
you will be a zillionaire next day.
So the business model, from your perspective, investing in the technology, is that there's some fees paid to the company that maintains the technology.
Transaction-based
Right.
system, yeah, of course.
So I mean, there's others. I guess other similar vendors might be like Oracle for the database part. Or,
Exactly. You make comparisons with
yeah.
Oracle. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't expect it. From your pitch, I thought it was going to be like, "Yo, buy our token." We've got some fast thing, but it's not.
Sorry.
There's no token.
Sorry for that.
Right. That's
There is
good.
there is a token.
It's better.
There is a token.
There is
a token.
Oh, okay.
There
Now
is a
I'm
token,
listening. Yeah.
and it's a fuel for the whole transactions. So you
Okay.
have to pay with a token to the transaction.
Okay.
And we will burn 20% out.
Right.
So the number is decreasing every
Right.
single second.
Right.
So probably it will lead you to some conclusion from that.
Right.
But I will leave your imagination.
He's trying to avoid the Howey test. He doesn't
Yes,
want to
of course.
promise you returns.
Yeah.
I also avoid the Howey
Which you
test.
should like. Which you should like.
I avoid the Howey test like a champion.
Yeah.
There's 4 legs. Are you giving money to a common pool with the expectation of profit from the work solely of others? There's 4 legs. You want to fail as many as you can, so they don't send you an angry letter, and then you have to spend millions on attorneys, basically. And then we should have got the sunset. Look at the sunset, dude.
Yeah, sunset is awesome.
Why don't you rotate the camera and show the sunset real quick to the viewers? Hey, viewers, check out the
There
sunset.
is a sunset.
Man.
It's
You
amazing.
just pick up
It's
the tripod. You don't gotta.
astonishing.
You just pick up the tripod. You don't gotta unscrew it. All right.
Awesome.
You can even zoom in if you want. You want to do the zoom in? The camera guy is like new camera guy, but I like him, so. Now he's gonna delete my video. Thanks. All right, so if someone wants to check out the technology site, I'm not sure what upside
Yes,
there might
please
be.
check. I will connect
Okay.
you with my chief technology officer.
Okay. What's your website?
UniversaBlockchain.com.
Nice. All right, universalblockchain.com. Universa.co.
UniversaBlockchain.com or Universa.co, it's mostly for emails.
Yeah, so
Because
when
it's
you
short.
viewers, it's not universal, it's Universa without the L, blockchain. You're going to have to spell that a lot.
UTNP. In your world, we call it UTNP.
Okay. So I did a project called Hex, which is the world's first blockchain CD. For some reason, we've got blockchains that do everything, more throughput, less throughput, private, not private, AML, KYC, you name it, meme coins, right? Like, pictures of cats and whatnot. No one was addressing the time deposit market, which is the 3rd most popular product at the bank. Savings account, checking account, time deposit, certificate deposit, bond. No one's doing it, so we built it.
Someone
And,
should do it, yeah.
It's free for Bitcoin holders.
Sure.
So if you've got Bitcoin, you can claim it for free, trustlessly and secure. We've got 3 audits, 1 economics audit and 2 security audits from 2 different companies. And we launched this month. And if you want to transform Ethereum into Hex, you can do so.
Where should I send my bitcoins?
Well, you can't send. Unfortunately, you can't send the bitcoins anywhere. Unfortunately, we can't. We have a smart contract, which every day, so we've got the free claim, those mint coins, and then we've got the adoption amplifier. And what the adoption amplifier does is, instead of you having to buy on an exchange and they have an order book and they screw with fees and they lose your data and they send your email to everybody else, we skip all that and we let the smart contract do everything. Now, this was done first. It's actually been done a bunch of times, but the most successful time was done by a project called EOS. They raised $4.2 billion, which is more than Satoshi made, more than Vitalik, right?
I was one of there,
There you go.
Of course.
Well, we do the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Bucket of EOS, bucket of Hex, empty bucket where people put Ethereum. You get 10% of the Ethereum in there, you get 10% of the Hex. Bucket's empty, new day. You get 20% of the Ethereum that day, you get 20% of the Hex bucket. They keep emptying every day. First day is $1 billion. Every day after that, it's probably going to be around 500 million. But if more people free claim, then it reduces the number that go into that. So it's like everything I'm doing is to try and make the price chart go up and to the right.
Yeah, I do understand.
So I'm making the supply more restricted as time goes on. I'm giving people incentives to get in early, penalties to get in late, referral program. If you refer somebody, you get 20%. If you use somebody's referral link, you get 10%. I've copied every successful adoption strategy that I've found in crypto. And the only one that's missing is fake partnerships. And if we were going to do those, I couldn't tell you about them because of the Howey test. So I have to promise you no work. So I can't tell you that any type of work will actually be done. It's interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was good meeting you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
My pleasure too.